We are in an emergency, and it is a worldwide emergency.
Now let me just read to you what Gutierrez has been saying at COP27. Then I'm going to ask Dr. Grady McMurtry to comment on what his thoughts are about all of this. Planet Earth is on the highway to climate hell, with our foot still on the accelerator. The United Nations chief has told the world leaders as they gather for the annual talks following a year of violent effects of climate change, and we are in the fight for our lives and we are losing it. Dr. Grady, what do you think about the situation?
Well, the United Nations is using this alarmist concept of environmental terrorism to try to promote a one world government. They're trying to promote a political agenda. This is not science. Climate does change, but it's natural. It's based upon the systems which God put in place. There is nothing to be alarmed about whatsoever. People live in the present. They fail to know, remember their own history, even in the last few decades, much less centuries and millennia. The fact of the matter is that the Earth has been much warmer than today, at least 3 provable times in the past. During the medieval warm period, the Earth was much warmer than today. Then we had the Roman warm period, again, much warmer than today. And we have what's called by the secularists the Minoan warm period. Now, for we as Christians, we would probably be better to call it the Joshua-Moses warm period, something like that, because it's at that time in history. But the Earth has been much, much warmer than today, and that is obviously pre-industrial. It certainly had nothing to do with human activity whatsoever.
Mm-hmm. Good point.
During the time of the flood, tremendous amounts of hot water came out of the earth and mixed with the water that was already on the surface. And the seas were extremely warm immediately after the flood. This is why we had one ice age after the flood. But the oceans and the earth itself radiate more heat every day than we get from the sun. And so over 4,500 years of time, we've been losing heat generally. But these are cyclical things. Think about the dark ages. There were 2, that's why it's plural. But between the Roman warm period and the medieval warm period, there were 2 very severe dips in Earth's temperature. Then we had the medieval warm period, which was the last time that the Earth was warmer than today. It started about 850, ended about 1250. These things cannot be tied to a specific year. But from roughly 1250, 1300, to 1895, we had the Little Ice Age. And so again, what's called the modern warm period that we are in today is only slightly warmer. And when we go back to the 3 previous warm periods, they were much warmer, and it's all pre-industrial. So obviously human activity had nothing to do with it.